In previous lesson, we've created our card component. Now it's time to render our cards in a list like this with 2 columns. So we got here a list, a data list. How to render them? I'm gonna tell you, but first, let me just download the data and import it to our app. So in resources, you're gonna find a data file called data.tsx. Just download it and drag and drop it inside our code editor. So here, inside our VS Code, let's just go to our folders. Inside src, let's create a new folder and name it data. And inside it, we're gonna just drag and drop our data file here. So let's drag and drop it here. It's called dummy data. And if you have a look at this data, you're gonna notice that it's just an array, and inside in this array, multiple objects. Each object has ID, image, because we want to render different images here for each card, and title and date. Those are the data lists that we're gonna render inside our app. But how to render those data inside our app in a scrollable way? We've learned it before in the UI and design section that we can use a scroll view to scroll inside our app. But is there in React Native a better component than scroll view for rendering a large amount of data? Of course there it is. There is a component called FlatList, and this FlatList is a built-in component used for efficiently rendering large lists of scrollable data, and it's a better performing alternative to using scroll view when you have many items, because FlatList only renders the items that are currently visible on the screen. Okay, so rendering the data in FlatList, a large data, is better than scroll view. So in this lesson, we're gonna create our FlatList and render this data, this dummy data, inside our home screen. To use FlatList, first you need to import it from React Native. So here, FlatList, and we're gonna use it down here. Our FlatList take 3 main properties, and those properties are the data, and for this property, we're gonna pass our dummy data. This data here, we're gonna import it. If you have a look at the top, we've imported from data folder, and there is the first property, and it's very important because this property contains the data that we want to render. The second property is key extractor, and this key extractor is a function that identifies each item in a unique way, and we do this to get each item a unique ID. Okay, and for this key extractor, we're gonna just give item. It's just a JavaScript function, and we'll return item.id. And the third property is render item. What is this render item? This render item prop is the prop that's responsible for the component that we're gonna render. And inside our Figma design, we're gonna render the product card, this card here, meditation card. So we're gonna pass inside our render item this meditation card. So we're gonna use this render item property, and it's a function that returns the component to render for each item. Okay, so we're gonna just destruct our item and return here our meditation card like this. Let's cut it and paste it like this. And let's press save and see what we got inside our emulator. Now, if you have a look at our simulator, you're gonna notice here that we got our FlatList with 6 items. Those are the data because those are 6 items, and they appear here in our meditation card component. But our component needs some fixes. If you have a look at Figma, you're gonna notice that we got 2 columns, not 1 column. And also we want to hide this ugly sidebar here. Look, this indicator here. To hide this indicator, we got a prop in FlatList called show vertical scroll indicator. We're gonna set it to false, like this. Now it disappeared. And to make it 2 columns, we're gonna just use this property, number columns. We're gonna just make it 2. We got here an error because you just need to reload your app, because if you read here, changing numColumn on the fly is not supported. So please just reload your app. So in terminal, just press R to reload our app again. Now it worked perfectly. We got here 2 columns. Now if you have a look at Figma design, you're gonna notice that we got here padding bottom here. You're gonna notice that we got here margin bottom here of 16 pixels. So let's add this margin. How to add this? First, let's just make our code editor like this to see what's happening in our simulator, and put the simulator like this. Okay, Now we got a third property called column wrapper style. And this is property as lets to apply styles to the row container that wrap multiple items on each row. Okay, so let's give it this style. Margin bottom is gonna be vertical scale of 16 to get this space here at the bottom. And also let's make justify content space between to try to make a space between them, between each row. Now, if you have a look at the design, you're gonna notice that there is no vertical space between this card and the other. If you have a look at Figma, look, we got here a vertical space of 12 pixels, and this space is not applied here. And also this card here is cut off. How to fix this problem? This problem because we put our height width for our meditation card. So if you go to our meditation card, you're gonna see this image background has a style inside image container. We got here a width of 166. Because of this, this part is cut off and there's no spaces. Let's try to decrease it. So let's to make it 150. Now it looks better. You can make it 100. Oops, no, not 100. Let's try to make it 155. It looks good, but we want to make it responsive. So we can create something here. We can create, first we can import our dimensions, and we can get our phone width using the dimension. So we can get const phone width equals to dimensions dot get window dot width. Then we can create another variable and name it card width. And this card width is gonna be the phone width minus, let's say we need to add some margin here. Let's make it, for example, 16. So minus 16. And we're gonna multiply it in 3. Why we multiply it in 3? Because we got here 3 edges, the left, the right, and the inside. And after this, we're gonna just divide it by 2. Because we have here only 2 cards, so we're gonna divide it by 2. So now here's our card width. Let's go down here and put it here instead of this 155. Now it looks better, isn't it? You can also decrease or increase this value to increase or decrease this space between them. For example, we can make it 20. Oops, let's make it, let's increase it a little bit. Let's make it 14. I think 14 is good. Or let's return it 16. Why 16? To make the space here equals to space here equals to space here. Because we put early the padding horizontal here and here is 16. Let me recap it. Yes, it's 16. So we just specify this number as 16 to get the spaces are equals. Now let's compare our design to our Figma design. So let's go back to Figma. I think the design is in Figma is a little bit square, not like this. So let's decrease the height of it. So let's go and go to meditation card and let's try to make this height. Let's make it, for example, 140. I think this looks better. Now we are approximately done, but we still have one thing. We didn't render our data yet. So if you go to our dummy data, here, we got here different images. We didn't render those different images yet. So next lesson, we're gonna add some props to our meditation card here. We're gonna replace those static values with dynamic props to make our component reusable and to render this data from data file.